What's happening? What's happening, man? It's Hunter Rack 6, and we back with another episode of the Mackin show. This week, I got a dope guest, man. Very influential man in the city. Has helped build the culture in Denver. If you've been outside in any clubs in the last 20 years, you've probably been in a building that he helped create. You know what I'm saying? An event he helped create. Francois 3 Deep, man. Welcome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Man,
Thanks for
I
having me,
appreciate
bro.
you sliding through, man.
Man, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah, man. We've been trying to get you on for a minute, man. Busy man.
Yeah, man. But hey, we here.
Yeah, we here, man.
We're here.
So yeah, tell us what you've been up to, man.
Man, I've been doing a little bit of everything, and probably one of the most important things I've been doing is just last year I just took a step back and just really evaluated what was going on in the city and music and how I could help and maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really important to take a second and just look at everything and not really be so much involved, but like,
Okay.
where are we going? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And how can I help? So
Okay. That's a refreshing thing to hear. You know what I mean?
yeah,
'Cause-
sometimes you got to step back.
Yeah, bro. Cause you a powerful man in the city.
Thank you,
You
man.
know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
it. Thank
And
you.
I think people do look at you as, one of the people, if not the person that can do that for the town. So
I appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a saying a lot, but I appreciate it.
yeah, man, that's a good thing to hear, man.
Yeah,
that
man.
that you like locked in on the culture right now.
Been doing it for a while, man.
Yeah.
Me and my guys, we've been. Sometimes when you look back, you forget how long you've been doing it, what all you've done. But it's always to further the scene and push Denver
Yeah.
to where I think it should be, because Denver's not a town. You know what I'm saying? It drives me crazy. If anybody ever asks me about this, Denver, we a major city.
Yeah.
Like, if you talk to people outside of Denver, they'd be like, Denver up there. But I think, people that have been here for a long time don't really embrace us as a major city. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, especially now. Well, like in the '90s, it was still a growing city, but it
Yes.
was still a major city.
Yeah.
But I think from the '90s to now, it's a completely different city. It's just way bigger. It's
I would
faster.
agree. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Kind of taking it back a little bit. You originally from New Mexico.
Yeah.
What brought you to Colorado to begin with?
I mean, the story is just I had a friend from high school who ended up playing football for CU and then went on to the league. And I was friends with him in high school, and then his mom and my mom were friends. And so I came up here on a recruiting trip with him to CU. I didn't know where I was going to go. I had applied to Howard. I applied to ASU, whatever. But I came up to Boulder, and I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
And so I just applied there, got in, and went to CU Boulder for my
Damn.
college days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the homie? Who was the friend?
His name was Darius Holland.
Damn.
He went-
Okay.
yeah, he went out to go play for Green Bay after that. So
Word.
yeah,
Man,
I
shout
haven't
out.
seen him in a long time, but I owe him. Like, thanks for
Straight up, man.
getting me here.
Denver, we gotta thank him too. He the
Yeah.
reason you here.
Yeah.
That's dope. So when you got to CU, what was the scene like?
Well, I mean, the thing was where I came from in New Mexico. Going to Denver for me was like going to New York. Like, I was like, yo, this is Denver. Like, they got a football team, they got a basketball team. Like, this is dope. And then when I got to
Okay.
Boulder was like a culture within a culture. Does that make sense? Like, you have kids from all over the country coming in. And so it was kids from New York and LA and East Coast, West Coast that I just got to bond with and see how they moved. And then also it was just like, as we all know, Boulder, small minority community. So all of us people of color just kind of bonded together up at CU, and we just, got along and traveled the path of CU Boulder.
Yeah. So, because now CU's popping. You know what I mean? Like, ever since
yeah.
Dion came,
Oh yeah,
Boulder is just like the shit.
it's
Like,
new energy up there.
yeah. So, how would you compare when you were there to how it is now?
I mean, when I got there, CU, they had just won the national championship.
Hmm.
So you had the big dogs up there, you know, the legends up there, Cordell Stewart and
Okay.
Michael Westbrook, and who else was up there? Deion Figures, Darian Hagan, Eric Bieniemy was up there and stuff. So,
Okay. Okay.
so yeah. So I mean, it had up there. It was popping then, you know. But I mean, the thing was is that you just kind of made your own. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the night. It was the '90s music. It was the hip hop, the culture, and then you know, like I said, people from all around the country. So you just kind of created your own shit.
Yeah. So when you was in Boulder, I think one of the main things you was known for was being a promoter, like having it popping in Boulder. How did that come to be?
I mean, the funny thing about it, it kind of just happened because a couple guys of the crew that originally started 3D was uh, Damon Higgins, Sean Christie, Malik Duncan, and they were all DJs, and Harry Wimbish, and they were all DJs at that point. But I mean, they were college students, and it just kind of started by accident by TC getting some turntables, starting with a couple records, crates back in the day,
Yeah.
and DJing these fraternity parties, and it just grew in terms of us doing our own parties. And there used to be a thing called the warehouse, the warehouse. I think it was like an old dairy. Oh, the dairy. Talagi's used to be a club right next to the Fox Theater up there, and
Okay.
so we kind of just infiltrated all these places and just did our own party because there wasn't a lot. It was like hip hop was new, so we just kind of spread it everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of grew. But it wasn't until later on to where I really got into the concert aspect. So,
Okay.
but yeah, throwing parties, I was good at
So
that.
it was more party thing.
Oh yeah, house parties.
Okay. Okay.
If you let us know that you had a party, we'd be like, all right, let's get the keg. We'll bring the turntable, the speaker, and it used to be crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
What was the scene like? Like was it cracking down there?
Oh, Bullet was. So basically, what happened was that Denver was hot then. It was real active then. So you couldn't really do. I mean, not that it wasn't going on, but it wasn't. How do I put it? Denver was happening. Denver was cool, but it had its own problems. And Boulder was kind of like an escape, in my opinion. Like if you're gonna drive all the way to Boulder, like you was basically going to have fun.
Yeah.
Plus, you
Yeah.
got to see people you didn't see in Boulder because you saw a whole new campus. You know, with 30,000 students. So and
Yeah.
everybody was gelling together. So it was cool, like to have the two Denver and Boulder come together for parties. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Um. How was Boulder receptive to hip hop at that time? Was it easy to, or were they like reluctant to accept hip hop down there at that time?
Well, I mean, nobody liked the house parties because this is when like liquor was legal in Boulder. So like they used to have fraternity parties,
Yeah.
white fraternity parties. And this was like I don't know if you ever seen that movie Project X.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like you
Okay.
go into the frat house and it'd just be kegs everywhere. Oops.
Yeah.
Kegs everywhere, and it was a zoo. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like a zoo.
Okay.
And so it was very much like that movie. And so it was each room had different shots you could do and all that stuff. So it was a wild time. So, but there was also music back then. You know what I'm saying? That was the golden years of hip hop was starting to happen, and the Fox Theater had just opened up in '93. So that's how I kind of transitioned from the house parties, and I got arrested a couple times. I don't think I ever told anybody this
Yeah,
story.
ain't nobody ever heard that
Yeah,
before.
I got arrested a couple times for the house parties because so true story. Me and my partner back then, well now even Alvin LeCay, man, we had this. It was two of us, but we had a 6-bedroom house, 2 floors,
Okay.
and I think maybe one or two other people lived with us. But it was like this giant house. So we used to throw parties all the time with kegs, and we charge for a cup to pay our rent and stuff. But it wasn't like 100 people showed up. It'd be like 600, 700, 800 people show up to the house party.
Damn.
And so we was throwing so many parties, the cops kind of knew who was doing it.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this one time. The cop actually, I knew I was in trouble this time. The cop actually said, "Fran, I didn't need to talk to you outside." I said, "What's going on?" So he took me out front. He's like, "The neighbor's complaining. We told you, calm down in the house party, you're going to jail.
Damn.
I was like, what? I was like, yeah.
No more warnings, bruh.
Nah, this
Did they give you some warnings before that?
Yeah, they told us. They told us that, like,
so you was playing with fire.
It just got bigger and bigger because the DJs were huge. Damon and TC and Malik, they were just dope DJs, and people wanted to hear all the new records that we was getting, and so it was like, and like I said, it was very diverse too. So you had a little bit of everything at the party. So yeah, I got arrested that night.
What did they charge you with though? Like, what was the charge? Like a nuisance? Or
nuisance and maybe public intoxication or something.
They just made some shit up.
Yeah, it was some bullshit. It was bullshit.
Okay.
I think I got bailed out for like $100.
Damn, man. So
and if you ever got arrested in Boulder, the jail is beautiful. Just let you know. Like, it's a dope jail. Like, they were cool. I remember sitting there, and it was all couches, and I wasn't even in the cell.
You get steaks and eggs in the morning.
They were like, you use a phone? I was like, oh, yeah, I can use a phone. Okay, cool. And they called me. Alvin, come pick me up, man. I'm arrested. Crazy. Like, what the fuck?
Damn, man. So you was the first Project X then.
Yeah, man. They were getting out of hand.
So, when you were in Boulder, I seen this clip a couple weeks ago, and you were interviewing MNLD at the time.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy because when I seen the clip, I'm like, man, he been podcasting since back then. Like, he was building a platform. Like,
man.
Did you realize that you were building a platform at that time, or where was your head at?
Well, it wasn't me. It was already going on in Denver. It was a show, amazing show called Rhythm Visions.
Okay.
And my guy, rest his soul, Ed Gillespie, Tina, and this other gentleman, Floyd, they were already doing it. I mean, this show had been going on for a long time. And Floyd had just called me and just, he's like, hey, you, at that time I was doing concerts heavy at the Fox Theater, and they're like, you know what? We would like to interview some of these people. You seem like you connected, whatever. And they're like, you would be a good fit to help produce the show. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. So at that time, PBS on Channel 12, it aired Friday and Saturdays. But the funny thing was that the headquarters was down in 5 Points on 29th and Welton. So I'd literally drive from Boulder down there to go produce it, and then drive home back to college. It was kind of a wild time. But and the way I started hosting it was just by accident. I think Ed was sick a couple times, or he couldn't make it, so I just jumped in there. Floyd was like, "Man, you got to do this," and even Tina started hosting as well. And just like, "Hey, can you hold it down?" And so. I was nervous as shit, man. Being on TV, and then I got the bug for a little bit, and I started.
So this was on TV at the time.
Yeah, it was like Denver's MTV, BET type.
Damn, that's big.
Yeah, so we played all the hot videos.
Yeah,
we got in and did all the interviews with all the artists. Like, I mean, I got a footage somewhere of young Eminem.
Word.
Yeah.
In Denver.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like before he blew up.
Way before he blew up.
Cut it out.
Yeah. Crazy story.
That's dope.
Crazy
what you gonna do with all that footage? You gotta drop it.
Well, no. They were on these, like, not even VHS tapes. It's called M2. Like, I don't even know if they make the machine no more. But I found somebody during COVID, because obviously Rhythm Vision ain't around no more. So I went and I transferred everything. I think the CD or maybe VH something. I just got to figure out what to do. But I copied a couple of it, and I gave some to Young Doe and some people I interviewed. So.
That's dope. That's dope.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's innovative, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know what you're saying was the cool thing about that too was it wasn't just national artists. Like, I got to interview, and I made it a point for local artists. So like MNLD was like one of the, they was popping back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, they was doing it. And so that was a dope interview, you know what I'm saying, to really show them. And there was a bunch of other people that we got. I can't remember. But I mean, anybody that was doing music back then, we gave them a shot.
Who was some other artists that, like, other than MNLD, like, that you remember that caught your eye?
I mean, there was a bunch. There was Kingdom was doing it. Okay. Apostle, this group called Ngoma. Who who else was there? Hilltop Click, and this other dude, rest his soul to Dez. Dope. Dez was dope. But there was a lot of artists back then that did it. Riri, I think we did back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so Denver's always had a dope scene.
Yeah.
Scene. Yeah.
When did it transform from, you just being a promoter to like this is my career now?
So again, I think things just happen for a reason. So I graduated college, didn't know what I was doing. I was going to give myself another year or two in Colorado and then go to LA or New York. And true story, I used to work at this record store in Boulder. And these two guys came in, Jason Miller. I can't remember the other dude's name. But he used to run the Boulder Theater, and he passed away as well. So, but I went to California with Kingdom, and Kingdom was doing a song with A+ from Souls of Mischief.
Okay.
And so we flew back, and I'm aging myself right now, and I landed, and my pager starts going off, 911, and a random number, and I was like, I don't know who this is, but it just kept going off. So I called back. It was my boy Jason Zink, and he called me, and he was just like, yo, we have a position at Universal Concerts. If you were interested in becoming Jason's assistant. And I was like, okay. Like it didn't really correlate to me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like
you didn't realize like what it really was.
Yeah, I didn't really, I had been working with my good friend Don Strasberg at the Fox Theater, who owned it at that time and was booking it. So, we was doing all those shows at the Fox. And so went down there, got the job, and then I was doing it at a high level now. Like I was really into the talent buying. And, at that point, Universal Concerts used to be part of Barry Fay, Colorado legend. And he, and Universal Concerts was booking Fiddler's Green at that point and some other venues and stuff like that. So I got to be part of some really dope shit back then.
So is this before like AEG Live and
Yeah. This is way before Live Nation and AEG. This is like what you would eventually see is MCA Universal split off to House of Blues Concerts, which I stayed at.
Yeah.
And then eventually House of Blues Concerts got bought out and became Live Nation. And then AEG became its own entity. So,
okay. So back then, like before social media, the internet, Eventbrite, like what was promotion like? Like what did it take to promote an event like that?
I mean, back in the day, that's how you knew if you really wanted to do it, promoter, because you had to go make your flyers.
Yeah.
And then you had to go and put them on cars or stand in front of a venue club and pass them out. So like it had to be like some strategy at sometimes because there might have been 2 or 3 clubs going on. So somebody would be at one club and you'd be like, all right, you got to go get the lead out the other one.
Okay.
And then you got to put them on cars. And then, then depending on what it was, you go to, there was like flyer drops, wax tracks. And, when the record stores used to be around, you go ask somebody, oh, can I put a stack of flyers here?
Yeah,
It was crazy back in the day. Like I burned a lot of gas, man. I couldn't have been a promoter back then with the gas prices now. It was like you drove way too much.
So it took a lot of footwork.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to get out there, so you had to, like I said, it was a process. You got to make the flyers. And back then, it wasn't even like color flyers.
Yeah,
we was on like
just black and white.
Black and white.
Damn. Printing them on regular paper.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Like I look at I have all those flyers, and my friend Erica, she might have every flyer I've ever done, and they look crazy, bro. Like it was like really crazy on like how we used to promote. But yeah, man, I used to be out there, and then you had to battle the weather, snow, rain.
Yep, you still got to get out there and push.
You had to battle the lead out too. So you passing out flyers, talking to girls, and then folks is in the parking lot acting up and shit. So then you might be ducking. Shit's flying over. Shots are flying over your head and shit. So it was crazy, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. That's how I met a lot of people, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you met people, though. Like you'd be like, hey, you'd be like, so, hey, my name's Francois. Hey, we doing this party. Boom, boom, boom. And then you just got to know people over the time and
Yeah.
repetition. So that was the first internet right there. That was first.
Do you miss those times or
No,
you
no.
don't? You'd rather have it the way it is now?
Well, I think now it's definitely easier. And the funny thing is, one time I was sitting at work back in the day, and I was like, it's just wear and tear on your body and out late at night and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I wish somebody would invent something to where you didn't have to go out all the time. And then that's when what do you call Facebook invites where it started.
Okay.
Yeah. But nah, it was fun though. I ain't gonna lie, man. You met a lot of people out there. You met a lot of, future artists and promoters and just people, like I'm friends with them to this day.
What's something that you had to learn the hard way that people skip today?
You still got to connect with people. I think now people, whether it be musicians or even promoters, it's like people just feel you can press send, which is easy, but I think you got to, cultivate the way it looks and how you speak to people.
Yeah.
And, because now people can get tired. Even though it's on your phone, but there's so much shit out there. You can
Yeah.
just be kind of like, oh man, another flyer. So you gotta build your events now to where people really respect what's going on. And I think everybody right now is doing an amazing job.
You keep an eye on the promoters in the city and what they doing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Alvin's helping a lot of them. I'm helping. Um, people got questions or need to get into a venue or whatever, or just connect the dots, or like I said, kind of playing behind the scenes. I'm still friends with a lot of these artists and managers over the years, and they're still doing with the younger guys and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
certain people call me like, "Hey, can you connect me for an after party with so and so?" Yeah, I got you, no problem.
Man, we got a lot of people in the comments, man. Shout out everybody in the comments. Don Mega. My bad if I missed y'all. I'm on my way to Boulder right now. Y'all sound look dope. Who's that? Cuff Photography, shout out. I can't see that. Johnny Bravo. What year was this? They asked you.
Which of what?
I'm thinking when you were in Boulder.
Shit. So I went to school. All right, I major myself again. I went to school in '91, but I was on a different plan. So I was in college to '97.
Okay. Say I'm down here for the long run.
The thing was, is I got if partying was a major, I got straight A's.
Yeah.
Girls and partying, I got straight A's in Boulder. So
I mean, you was moving the culture, so you was.
Oh, that's my excuse.
You was on another type of time,
it was
man.
expensive learning curve.
Yeah.
Boulder ain't cheap.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So 3 Deep, man.
Yeah.
3 Deep has been a staple in Denver for a long time. Like from since I could start going to the club. You know what I'm saying? Tell us, like how 3 Deep came to be, and what have you learned by running 3 Deep?
Like I said, when I got to Colorado, I just had a big vision of what it was. It was my New York. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, you watched, 106 in Park, you watched MTV, all the magazines back in the day, and you saw the world of music. And I don't know, I just always liked that. I was like, Denver is big. Like, we can do this. Like, we just need to get there. So, like I said, as I finally left Boulder, maybe I got kicked out and started moving down from Boulder to Denver. We transitioned into the concerts first before we got, because there was legends down here. Caney and Sean White, Style and Fashion was doing things.
Are these like promoters at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were doing a bunch of acid jazz things back in the day.
Okay.
Mixmaster Mike was running Denver. He was a DJ and promoter, and I mean, he's one of the dopest people I've ever met, because he just got it. You know what I'm saying? And he got not the art of promotion, but the art of DJing. And then he just used to make me laugh, because he just used to do the craziest things. 10-cent Hennessy's.
What?
Listen to me very carefully.
Damn.
This dude, and he would be on the radio. It'd be like Mixmaster Mike at was it Bernard's or whatever.
That's why my daddy and them was at
Butterfield,
Bernard's, huh?
yeah, Butterfield 8. You know, it was like 10 cent Hennessy's while they last till what 10 o'clock or whatever.
Damn.
And this is when Hennessy's still popping, but Hennessy was cracking it. Boy,
Yeah.
Tennessee. It was like either 10-cent Hennessy's or 10-cent Hennessy separators.
Yeah. Whatever it is, 10 cents is
Hey,
crazy.
listen, this dude was guaranteed to have no less than 500 people at his party. Period.
For sure.
Like he was dope, man. He was dope.
What's the for promoters that, because a lot of promoters, they like, damn, I can't get nobody 10-cent
Oh no, you can't
shots.
do it anymore.
But so what was his marketing scheme in that? Do you feel like he made money by doing that, or was it just about feeling?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's tricks to the trade on how much Hennessy you give out.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, but the thing about him was he was just a good promoter and he was a dope DJ. Like he can rock the party. Like he was that guy that really knew how to move the crowd, play the newest music and stuff. Like I remember a couple times, like I remember the party was cracking. You know, this is when people used to dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember one time, right before he would drop a new record, he's like, "Everybody freeze," and everybody would just freeze. He's like, "When I drop this record, go crazy." Like he was Denver's Kid Capri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know, the Fab Five came around. It was, you know, Rollo and Swan Blaze and Big Mike. And
Yeah.
Denver has a dope nightclub history.
When did you get that feeling like, all right, we like took over the city, like we got the city?
You know, I've never thought like that.
Nah.
I don't ever want to be that. I've never wanted to be number one. I never wanted to be, I run the city. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? What I want to be is like, they contributed to Denver. You know what I'm saying? Or they moved the culture, or they inspire me or something like that. But it was never like an arrogant thing about it. We were just hungry though.
Yeah.
Like we was hungry because, truth be told, for a while Denver only had one night a week. Like it was crazy. Like either Mike had a party on Friday, or a party on Saturday,
and that was it.
That was it.
Damn. Okay.
So it wasn't until later on, till you know, after he passed, that we started doing more nightclubs, and then we started doing 2 nights a week, and then it moved to 3 nights a week. You know, we was doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but it was more of like I wanted to just push nightlife as hard as I could with different, you know, after parties and different concepts and different DJs, you know, and I think in different locations too. So yeah, that's really how I looked at nightlife in Denver.
I remember when All-Star Weekend came to Denver.
Yeah.
How was it at that time being a promoter and, you know, booking parties in the city? What did you have going on?
Nuts, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was like me, Alvin, and Kevin, we really made sure that we did as many parties as we could. You know, thank God, Regis, who owns the church, Vinyl, and Bar Standard, we all just kind of came together, and Voltron, and we just all made sure that all the big parties were in one location. So we did all kinds of parties that weekend, like the heavy hitters at that time, DJs, hosts, all that stuff. So yeah, it was a good time.
Man, I remember what was it, Reggae on the Roof?
Reggae on the Roof.
Live. I wasn't able to ever make it up in there. I wasn't old enough yet. You know what I'm saying? But
well, you might have been the only one that was young enough that didn't get in, because I've heard stories of everybody was that joint, man. Like somebody was like, I mean, people. I think that's one of the funniest things about nightlife is people be like, "Man, I was 15 and I was in." I was like, "What? How do you get in?" They're like, "I've been clubbing since I was 12." And shit. Like, what the fuck?
That's funny.
But like Reggae on the Roof was a different monster of nightlife. It was historic, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So with 3 Deep, man, I think probably like the most notorious thing that y'all known for is the white party.
Yeah.
Big thing for those of y'all that don't know about the white party. This is a huge party. Was it for Labor Day weekend
Yep.
every
Yep.
year?
That Sunday, Labor Day weekend.
And man, when I tell y'all like the whole town is coming out, people that you
Yeah.
never see, you gonna see them at this party.
Yeah.
Tell us about how that started, and because it's been going on for a long time.
It did, man. You know, it was funny because it happened kind of by mistake, to be honest with you.
Word.
Yeah. It was one of those things to where like you if you talk about Denver evolving, and I could be wrong, but like there wasn't a lot of theme parties then. And so what was the dude Clinton Portis. Remember when he was running back for Broncos?
Yeah, yeah.
So he came to us at one point and he said, "Hey man, I want to do an all white party." And they do them all over the country. They're big, da da da. And we were kind of like, and this is kind of like the mentality, the interesting mentality, right? It's like we didn't really think white party, we're gonna dress in all white. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But he wanted to do it. He wanted to pay for it. All right, Clint. I mean, he's that dude. Clint
Yeah.
Portis was the guy. And so we put it together. We did it at this club called Rise, which eventually became Beta Nightclub.
Okay.
And so Rise was much different then. So we did it the first time, and it went off. Like we were surprised. I mean, it wasn't what it is now. Like people come with white T-shirts, jeans, and Air Force Ones,
Yeah.
or just one piece of clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the girls looked amazing.
Yeah.
And so we was like, yo, we got something here. You know what I'm saying?
Were the ladies in all white though?
Oh man, they was cold.
Yeah.
I think that's what. So the next year came around, and we were like, we should do it again because everybody started asking about it. It was such a successful party. It was so much fun. And then, you know what? I don't know if he was there that night. I'm not going to say whether he was there or not because I can't remember. He was supposed to come, but I don't think he came that night. But I think Jay-Z was in town that night. Mm-hmm. Either he came through the back or he didn't come or he was out front, something crazy. Because I remember it was some weird thing going on. But anyway, and so we just, from then on, we just made it happen every year. White Party was, and then we just grew and grew, and then we started adding hosts to it, and then we really got strict with the dress code.
Oh, so it wasn't always hosts for it.
No.
It just started out just an all white party.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it was a lot of local hosts. Like one time, Al Wilson of the Broncos hosted it and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so it just grew and grew and grew, and then we started having crazy hosts, Lil Wayne, and
right. I think that's when everybody was like, all right, this shit is like some mega shit. Like I remember seeing the game at one. Like that one looked huge.
That was fun because that was at the View House and it was outside. So
what was your favorite one so far?
Probably the View House.
Yeah.
View House's ones, just because it was outside and it was like a different vibe and stuff. So yeah, definitely I think.
Yeah.
But Beta back in the day, those were fun too. It was just so damn hot. So many people there, it was just hot. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Man, my mom and dad was at a white party.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And they in their 70s. They was what?
What? Wait, hold on. Go back. Run that back.
They was
in their 70s?
They was in their 60s at the time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
So y'all age range is from 20 or 18 to 60 something.
White party is a good party. We're gonna do it again this year. We had to take 2 years off just because I can't remember. We lost the venue one year, and then the other one, the artist pulled back for some reason, and so we were just like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. And so we're gonna do it this year though.
Okay.
Everybody's asking too, so we're like, all right, we'll bring it back.
That's good news for the town, man. I know people was wondering like, cause we didn't have it last year, so people like, damn, man, what's up with the white party?
Yeah, man. Nah, we got a lot of texts and a lot of man, what's going on? I said, I know. But it's one of those things to where you want to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a special time for Denver. It's the biggest white party. People come in from all over the country.
They do.
And so
I got cousins in Nebraska.
Yeah, a lot of
people they drive out here for it.
Kansas, Nebraska. Yeah. I mean, weird people used to, hey man, we just flew in from California and stuff.
For real, it's that big.
But I'll tell you, when you just asked me to, I'll just take it back one day just because he was just at Coachella. But when Justin Bieber showed up to the white party at Beta, I think that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen because it was just so unexpected.
Oh, y'all didn't book him for
No,
that? Cut it
no,
out.
no,
What?
no. You want to hear the story real quick?
Yeah.
So there's a jam band called Fish, and they was playing Dick Sporting Good, and I guess he was one of the guys at that time was his guitar player or something. So he was in town. And this is young Justin Bieber.
Okay.
And so my friend Lance Dunlop, and he was managing Beta at that point. He came over to me, and Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child was hosting that night. He came over to me, and he just said like this, like just like this. Hey, would it be cool if we let Justin Bieber into the party?
Like, hell yeah.
And I said, what? He's like, yeah, Justin Bieber's here. And I'm thinking, this is the best, like, look-alike person I've ever. I said, I got to see this.
Yeah.
So he takes me outside. We walk across the street, and there's a big Suburban there. Blacked out, and there's a big dude. Man, he might have been 6'6", 250, 300 pounds. Big brother. And I was like, damn, this dude went all out. This is the best gag. He got a fake security guard and all this shit, like, whatever. And then I walk up, and I'm about to, like, cuss somebody out. I'm like, man, you made me walk out here, and it ain't fucking Justin Bieber. The window goes down, and I don't know if you guys know this producer named Pooh Bear.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he used to have, like a slick back ponytail, big producer, major producer. And in the seat is Justin fucking Bieber. And he looks at me, and he goes, hey, man, would it be cool if I came in tonight? And I'm thinking, like, bro, you're white Jesus. Like, yeah, you can fucking come in. I'm like, holy shit. This is
I'm mad you ain't told me earlier so I could have
like,
put you on
really
the flyer.
Justin Bieber. Like, yo, what is going on? So we're like, all right. So this is young Justin. So this dude walked into the party, and everybody's just like, what the fuck?
Damn, that's
Justin take off his shirt, get some drink, start smoking blunts, and having a ball.
That's a promoter's dream.
Yeah, man. It was a fun night, but like those are the stories that you just always like look back at. You're like, that's crazy. And Lance now is like a really big promoter in global dance festival, the EDM world.
Okay.
And I always tease him about it. I was like, dude, you were so nonchalant for one of the biggest artists ever. And he's like, well, I didn't just, he's like, I didn't know if you'd let him in. And I'm like, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
Like, it's fucking Justin Bieber, man. What the fuck?
Are we going to charge Justin Bieber?
Like, Justin, what you need, man? Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
You met a lot of celebrities in your time.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite celebrity to work with, and who was your least favorite?
I mean, I think the stories I have, like, with a lot of the celebrities I have were, like, influential. Like, I've been in some crazy rooms in my life. Like, I look back, and it's just so wild. I guess we could do a whole, like, Dave Chappelle story time with Charlie Murphy. I got some wild fucking stories, like, would blow you away. But, I mean, I just think that every artist I've met has their own story. But one thing I think I'm most proud of is I built relationships with some of these artists that I call friends now.
Okay.
Like, I'm really good friends with De La Soul. Those are my guys, like, and, Snoop and, other people, when I see them, they know my name. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so, no, I think it's definitely a perk of working in the music business.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've met some dickheads too, but I'm not even giving
them. We gonna speak on them.
Nah, man. There's a couple folklores out there why.
Yeah.
They're dickheads, but yeah, no, artists dickheads.
A lot of them, yeah. A lot of artists, yeah. There's a lot of ego involved with a lot of artists.
Well, the thing about it is people don't forget. They forget how to treat people. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You might be popping at the time, or there might be a little bit of hiccup in something, but firing off on people, like, yelling at people or treating people bad, like, and I think everybody I've met over the years knows that if I can, and you come back to Denver as an artist, I can find you. I will always get you some money, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Fran, we want to come in for an after party. All right, if I'm not doing a party or a club, let me talk to somebody that's doing a club, and I can see if they'll let you host it or something. Or hey, we have an off night. This but we want to do a concert. Okay, let me make it happen. You get some money, but that's just not everything has to be transactional. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a building relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's one thing I think I respect about you. Like you really like do it for the culture though. You know what I mean? You got love for the culture in general.
Man. It's just I believe in Colorado, man. I believe in the people here, and I believe in like the talent, like the local talent. We getting there, you know. It definitely, if I can help, I'll help. You know, so
yeah. So that kind of bring me to my next subject because like so for the artists in the town that's they want to build their brand up and work their way up to opening up for big shows. How can they put themselves in position to do that?
well, I think right now that Denver artists, I think there's a renaissance going on. Like I think that right now, some of the music coming out of Denver is the best we've had.
Fire. Yeah.
And not only that, but just the whole package. You know what I'm saying? Like visuals, how they're promoting music, getting seen. I think right now, like we're real close to breaking out. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like I've been really excited lately. Like I said, like I took that last year off, and I was like, but I think right now for artists that are trying to get on shows is have somebody that can speak for you and communicate with the promoters. Don't be afraid to go do your own thing first because it's a business, right? And so we want to know how many tickets can you sell. Period, point blank.
Yeah.
You could be the dopest artist, whatever, but can you sell the ticket? Because a lot of the times, most of the times, the promoters are not adding the artist. It's the agent and the management. We're just kind of, they might call us and be like, hey, we have a 30-minute slot. We have an hour slot before direct support. Let's find somebody that could, add some value and bring some people in early. So you want a number with your name attached to your name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say Michael. You know what I'm saying? Michael, how many tickets have you sold? And if you haven't sold tickets yet, go figure out how to get on a local show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go sell your own tickets. Throw your own shows. Go find some small place and throw your own shows. Like the concert business is always looking for that next person, but we just can't put people on all the time based on, oh, your video was cool.
Or your music's good.
Yeah. Everybody's
and
good.
I think it's crazy because like, me coming from the artist side, like in the beginning, like it's like you don't mind selling tickets for your shows and shit, but then it's like as an artist you do have an ego. And it's necessary, like you have to have an ego. And you find yourself at a point where you like, man, I don't want to go out there and sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like that's something that artists got to change though. You got to move your ego out the way. And
I'll tell you what happened though is that a few years ago, Instagram and even Spotify was like the go-to thing.
Okay.
So you'd go to Instagram and YouTube, and so you go be like, oh, this dude got, let's just say, 1 million followers on Instagram. He should be able to sell out a 300 cap room.
Right.
Nope. And so what they were doing was they were paying a lot of people a lot of money based on numbers. And, like, oh, he's got 3 videos at 2 million people. That's not how they gauge it anymore. Because they got burned really bad a lot of times. Yeah. So you want to try to get some kind of number. You know what I'm saying? Like, before you ask. Because I see them all the time. Like, people be like, hey, we'll post something on the 3D Facebook page. and somebody I've never heard about, like, hey, do you guys have openers? And I feel bad because I'm like, bro, one, I don't know you and I need to do the research.
Mm-hmm.
But two, does anybody know you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what makes you think you're that big to go open up for a Mission Ballroom show?
Right.
Like, artists just got to think small sometimes. Start small and then work their way up. Because, like I said, if you can come in and say, hey, I can at least sell 100 tickets,
Mm-hmm.
all right, that's doable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and I actually
I was going to tell you, one reason I really respect you is because I had asked you for a show one time if you want to open. And I don't remember what you exactly said, but you were just like, I'm not ready, or I can't do it, or I don't have my show together. And you were 100% honest. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, you didn't want to get up there and just break. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like, and I've always respect that about you because most people are like, yeah, 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 I want to do it. And then,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And when you get up there, that's like your calling card. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can win one new fan, that's great. But if you go up there and you suck,
Yeah.
especially in today's world,
Yeah.
you on somebody's page like,
And
hey,
my thing is like I'm a perfectionist, so yeah, if I don't feel like I got enough time or,
yeah.
if I don't
But
got
that's
shit lined
honest,
up
man.
the
That's
right way,
honest.
like, yeah, I ain't gonna do it cause I gotta do
Yeah.
it the right way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta make sure I holler at the light mans, like, for real, like we gotta really do this shit. I'm gonna have smoke coming out when I walk out, all type of shit. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably what it was, something like that.
But I mean, I think people just aren't honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're not honest. I just think they don't understand how to go about it yet.
Hmm.
And then the flip side is somebody's like, so and so already gets so many shows. Yeah, but they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like they've done their own shows, or they've been doing it so long that people know when they go, they want to go support.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
where it's
and I've heard a lot of artists say that, what I mean, just amongst the artists, like,
yeah.
damn, like it's always the same niggas on the shows. So like what well, I mean, you kind of answered it, like they want to see artists that can push numbers. So I mean, that's really the answer is like, y'all need to throw some shows and show the numbers. Show that y'all could bring in 300 people, 400 people.
I mean, it's not that, but it's also the way like I said, the first thing they always ask is and you ask anybody, I always ask the same thing. Send me 2 links
Hmm.
because they'll go look at the numbers and they'll listen to it. And then they'll also say, send me their Instagram
Yeah.
and see if it fits. And I'm going to be honest, is like sometimes I've liked a local artist and maybe I didn't go all the way through their Instagram. But bro, the shit you got on your Instagram, you got too many guns, bro.
Yeah.
You got too many guns.
Yup.
Or you throwing up the wrong signs for this show.
Yeah.
And the agent's like, I don't want to do that. And it's not the promoter. The agent doesn't be like, I don't want to do this and have it go south.
Yeah.
And then it falls back on the headline artist.
Yeah, and I think a lot of artists don't think about that.
Yeah, man. Like, it's a real
So
thing.
so
Like,
promote like these major promoters, they're really thinking about like what type of crowd that this artist is gonna bring. Yeah.
yeah. You don't want to bring any more, And I'll give you a good example. The Game.
Yeah.
They ask all the time. And they're like, no, we don't want to bring any more of what Games already stands for to you might think it's a good fit, but we don't want to risk it.
Yeah. Damn, for
Oh
real?
yeah, all the time. And then it falls always be like,
It
oh, the promoter don't want to book me. No, it's not me. It's the management and the agent.
Yeah.
Like we have these conversations all the time.
I've heard that like on a smaller scale, like, club promoters and things like that, like the Denver police like really try to control what type of events can go down in the city.
Oh yeah.
Is that happening on that major level as well?
Yes. And it's funny because they say certain. I mean, they usually say flat out, don't do it, or they say we recommend.
Yeah.
You don't do this show, or their
Damn.
intelligence says that it's gonna go down that night, so cancel
Yeah.
the show or something. you know, it's when you have millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars as a headlining artist, and there's potential for that. I mean, you wouldn't want that either, right? You
Yeah,
know
of
what I'm saying?
course not.
Because if it goes down to this city, if let's just say it goes down in Denver, it could go down to any other city, and any other city. If it goes down in Denver, let's say it goes down in Denver, any other city is gonna be like, man, we don't want that. We don't want them problems.
Yeah,
Remember DJ Quick?
yeah,
That was a big thing. That's why. That's why. When you look back, you see that's why Boulder blew up with the concerts, because after that happened at the Ogden, Denver didn't want any
Oh,
of those problems no
damn.
more.
Okay.
I mean, it made national news.
yeah.
I remember watching that as a kid and being like, national news, like Madness and 5 Block battle on Colfax and all
Yeah.
stuff, and DJ Quick's names everywhere. But that was really one of the things why the concert blew up so big in Boulder, is because one, it was a smaller venue, but Boulder could pretty much sustain selling out those venues without having Denver. I mean, there's
Yeah.
still think it was in Denver, but hip hop was shunned for a long time in Denver.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad.
I mean, just the fact that, like, you answering that question, like, it kind of is still shunned a little bit, but I feel like they shouldn't be able to control what artists is coming. And the fucked up part about it is that, like, the people, the consumers, they look at the promoters like, damn, y'all ain't making the city pop. But to hear that on the other end, like, damn, well, there's some artists that they won't even let us bring.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like that.
I wouldn't say it's that prevalent right now. Like, let me be clear.
Okay.
It happens on certain artists.
But not all the time.
Not all of them.
Okay,
Like
okay.
I said, it's not like that. It's just some artists.
Like I heard it happen to Mozzie.
I was going to say Mozzie. I
Yeah,
didn't want to put him out there, but yeah, definitely with Mozzie.
yeah.
That definitely happened.
And I could probably see that though,
Hey,
because
all right, let's be honest. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
it's
Let's
gonna be
honest.
nothing but killers in the audience, bro. Like that's
He said
crazy.
nothing but killers. All right.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a good decision.
Probably,
Yeah. All right. We can agree.
probably. It's probably gonna be something going down outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully not. But I mean, he's gonna do shows in LA. He's gonna do shows in Houston, Atlanta. And so we have to get to that point where if we're gonna be a true big city, like we gotta be able to get past that and
But it is. But I mean, Denver, like I said, those are really small situations.
Yeah.
I mean, look at right now what's happening in June. Usher
Yeah.
and Chris Brown starting their tour in Denver.
Yeah, that's fire. They still doing it? I thought they canceled it or something. Nah.
Still
Okay,
going.
okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
They're starting it in Denver?
the first date is in Denver.
Oh yeah, Chris Breezy. Cause he said Denver was like one of his best shows.
Denver, listen.
So
Denver's
he
a
went and
dope
told
city.
Usher like, "Hey man, we gotta go back to Denver."
Well, I mean, I think that's part of it, but some of it is just the way they want to route it or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Denver, like I said, Denver is a dope major city.
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes we don't want to acknowledge that and fully embrace it. And it drives me fucking nuts.
Okay.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Denver's dope.
It is though.
It's been dope.
It is though.
You know what I'm saying?
Like now, like you said, like now it's a different landscape right now.
Yeah.
So like I see what you mean when you say like you can feel like something finna pop out the city. You can see that, you can hear the music coming out, everybody's grinding, especially now, like everybody's turned up right now. You know what I mean? That's
I think
what
there's
made
a
me,
lot of factors going on right now. I think people have dope teams behind them. You know what I'm saying? Emmy with Mike Coates, Keenan Trayvon with Mike Gomez and
Sakani.
Sakani.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sakani has Trace Chapman and AP and, who else is out there doing stuff? A lot of the older OGs, I guess you can say, like in terms of music, that used to be rappers, are now becoming management and engineers, like FL from Food Chain.
Yeah.
He's
my
one of the
guy.
dopest engineers, producers in Denver right now. Like everybody should be going to him to get their music, mixed
cap.
and mastered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have Where's T at? that set everybody on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And that's a whole nother conversation.
I was
But
gonna ask you about that too.
I was laughing because your post had me dying on Facebook.
Which, like yesterday, the one yesterday.
I think it might have been a couple of days ago about AI music. But I think it's hilarious that it got so many people upset versus understanding why.
Yeah.
Okay, it's AI. I get it.
Right.
But why is everybody resonating with it?
Right. 'Cause I feel like because it's for the town. I mean, number one, it's a good song.
It's a great song. That's why, like, I've posted the lyrics just so people get off the song and be like, yes, AI wrote it, right?
Yeah.
But you can't be upset at AI. It's be like getting mad at Napster, right? Right before streaming came. Be like, oh man, fuck that. We gonna stick to CDs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, it's technology.
Yeah.
So there's ways to use AI, and if you looked at the way Keenan did it, he took the record and remade it in his own thing.
Yep.
And what Tommy should do, is once he gets whatever he's gonna get out of the record, he should license it to Keenan and let him run with it so it can actually be performed.
Right.
Now he's getting 2 checks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I talked to a lot of people in the publishing world and at high levels about that record. Because when I first heard it, I was like, ooh. So, and the first thing they said is, why do people like this record?
Yeah.
And I said, I said, it's a dope record. They're like, because it's talking about Denver, but in a completely different way and that we've ever heard about Denver.
Yeah. So like me going into my artist mode, right?
Yeah.
So number one, people like when an artist story tells, right?
Boom.
That's one aspect. Then on another level, he took it to another level and he talked about the town through a woman. This is like a woman. And this is, you can go back in history, a lot of songs that are about a woman, but they're really talking about heroin or, drug use or whatever. They might be talking about
the record Puff the Magic Dragon is a kid song. It's about LSD.
Right. So it's like when you it's multiple aspects of it, what makes it a good song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but you said something, you was like that. You said that it was written by AI. Is that confirmed or what?
From what I've seen, some people supposedly ran it through the AI, and it came back like 99% AI. I mean,
But this is my thing. Like, how do we know? Okay, y'all ran through an AI scanner. Does that mean that the beat was AI, that the lyrics were AI?
But it doesn't make a difference. Is that what it did, right? Is that why did people gravitate to it?
Mm-hmm.
The hook, what the song was about, the beat. And I think that's what messed, and I get it about the artistry and the artist. Like, you want somebody. But what it really means is you got to write a good song. It's about a hook. What are you talking about and how are you presenting it? Like I said, you can equate that record to Common, I Used to Love Her, where he was talking about hip hop as a woman. But this is something that nobody's heard it. Well, and I'm not going to say that. In a long time, nobody's heard Denver spoke as a you love a woman and all the things going into it. And then it just caught fire. You had the little baby that right into it, stuff like that. So I know it's the first thing is the shock value as an artist. You'd be like, oh, he's blowing up. But he ain't real. But I would say if I was an artist, is I'd go back and dissect it.
Yeah.
And be like, let me see how I can pivot and maybe need to change my stuff. And I know about artistry is about keeping it real and stuff. But in this day and age, you got to figure out how to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And changing stuff is not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From your name to your look to the way your cadence that you deliver, what you're talking about. I mean, just going back, look at Jay-Z back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He was doing the speed rap.
Right.
As soon as he slowed down, he blew up.
Yeah.
I get it about the AI aspect, and it's a scary thing, but it's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Maybe you just take AI and write your lyrics and you re-sing them. No one ever know.
Right.
But I just think the whole dynamics, and then I think the reaction. Yours was more about the reaction, about haters, and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And the first thing everybody did was just panic. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that.
Yeah, I didn't like that part.
I'm so tired of Denver and so many things to be a reactionary city sometimes. The first thing we want to do is jump online and criticize things, and boo, and you know what I'm saying? I get it, it's the internet now, but figure out why. Why did it blow up?
Yeah. Or just enjoy the song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it got hella
even
eyes.
if it is AI.
It got hella eyes on Denver right now.
It does.
The crazy thing on the way over here today, I was looking at Instagram, and one of the things, this girl was some basketball chick, and she plays in high heels. I don't know if she's from Denver or not. But she had another remix of that record.
Damn, for real?
That she did the whole reel to, and it had like 50,000 likes on it. And I'm like, that's what that's supposed to do.
That's what it's supposed to do.
It's the hook.
I think what Keenan is doing is like he understood the assignment off the dribble. And I love what he's doing. And what I don't know if you see my post. I think I posted it yesterday, but I was like, I love how Keenan Trevon just took over the song. You know what I'm saying? Because like, and not throwing no shade at where T at or Tommy or whatever, but it's like, if you're not ready for the limelight, bro, I'm gonna take it.
But I don't think that was his goal. He just wanted to make a record that went viral. He's probably getting crazy amount. He's gonna get some.
He's getting love. Yeah,
he's got the city in a chokehold.
For sure,
he's gonna get some checks out of it.
Yeah,
it's being streamed everywhere. It's being used as reels. But yeah, I mean, I think this record is Keenan's record and should take it and run it. And then he gets another when this dude blows it up again and can perform it.
Yeah,
let this dude run with it.
Straight up,
run with it.
I think the people like the city, like we want to hear from where Tommy at or where T at. Like
he doesn't need to say anything though. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's funny because like
you like the mysterious part of it.
I just think it got the reaction from Denver. It doesn't. You don't need to comment. Let it run.
Yeah.
Like if you hate it, then hate it. It's going to only add more fuel to the fire, and that's what it did.
Yeah.
But you can't. I think people in the music industry, you can't deny a good record.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't. So I kind of equate like AI, and not to that extent, but I equate AI to when auto-tune first came out. People was talking about auto-tune like they're talking about AI right now.
That's a great point.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not your voice. I ain't gonna never use that. And 10 years later, now they on auto-tune. You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
So
I get it.
You gotta evolve.
I get the artistic of being real and taking away from people that are trying to make a living in art. I get it.
Yeah.
I just think sometimes that we don't sit back. And maybe it's just me. I'm a person that can sit back and be like, why? Let me break it down. Before I say anything, let me see why people are so upset about it and stuff like that. Because everybody in Denver for the longest time want to be the guy.
Yeah.
Wants to carry Denver on their back. I get it. I mean, you see the competitions, you see the lists,
mm-hmm.
you see all this stuff. And every time, people get upset about some shit. It's like probably the best time on the internet to watch it. It's like
I can't wait to make a Mackin list, man. We're gonna shake the city up.
Here we go.
That's funny. So let me ask you this: do you use AI for anything in your dailies? Like your business or anything?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You get an email from me, that shit has been written by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Punctuation and grammar is looking like I went to Harvard and studied, literature or something. Like, I didn't really get into it. And then enough people, my boy DJ Chones was telling me about, like, he's hilarious because he just has everything automated and ChatGPT. But yeah, you can fight things as long as you want, but sometimes it's just good to change the way you communicate or learn shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it fucks me up too because you can ask ChatGPT anything.
Anything, yeah. I love it, bro. It helped me do a lot of stuff, man. Like for anybody that's against the I understand the water thing and all that, but hey, bro, you gonna get left behind
That's it.
if you don't use AI in one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just
I mean, we
how
got
it's
to be
gonna
careful with it, but I think they haven't really figured out 100% how to do it with the music. But I think
Yeah.
the more and more you start seeing it, it's going to help people write better records.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I would do. I mean, just me. If I was an artist, I would be definitely been like, write me some lyrics.
It's crazy, bro, because I was on a promo run. It was like 2019. I think I was down in Florida. I was at a studio, and it was like some big guys out there.
Yeah.
And this dude came through the studio with this software. And this shit was amazing to me at the time. I never seen nothing like this. And so the software, you connect it to Pro Tools and you record your song, you recording, and then as you're recording, there's a screen that shows you bars that you could your possible bars that you can come for your next bar, like helping you write your song in real time.
That's dope.
And you can like you can and there was nothing like this was out at the time, so I'm just amazed, bro.
Yeah.
But they was trying to sell it for like, it was thousands of dollars at the time, like I want to say like $5,000-$10,000. So my point is, people in the industry been using this shit already for years.
It's gonna get worse.
You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe not worse, but I mean, they're trying to figure it out now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like how to do it. I mean, they signing AI artists now. It's millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the girl's name? X something. But she got like whoever invented her. They have the whole physical, not physical, but the visual look of her, and then she sings these records. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You trying to figure out how to book her yet?
They're gonna figure out a way. It'll be like when they did the Tupac and Dr. Dre thing at
The
Coachella.
hologram? Yeah. Do you think
That's why I say
people would
that's
show
why
up to that? I'll go to a Tupac hologram concert.
I mean, the Gorillas is like that. There's a group called the Gorillas. They do that shit. It's all
They do?
cartoons and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But a hologram is different, though.
Yeah. I mean, technology is here, man. You know, I don't know where it's gonna be at and how it's gonna be used, but people are using it right now. And
Hey, chat, everybody in the chat, would y'all go to a Tupac hologram concert? I just want to know, am I the only one? A Nipsey hologram concert?
Ooh.
You feel me?
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
I can't even see the comments.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen the comments in a minute.
But yeah, let us know in the chat, man. Would y'all go to a hologram concert? Y'all favorite artists, Tupac, Nipsey, you know, Michael Jackson. Let us know in the chat, man.
Yeah, man. That's an interesting question. I never thought about that.
One thing that I love what you did for the town a while back was the 3 project.
Yeah.
Dope. You got a
Appreciate it.
lot of the artists in the town together that was pushing a line.
Yeah.
And it was a dope project, bro.
Appreciate it.
Like, and
Appreciate
the
it.
unity I seen in it was dope.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. What inspired you to do that?
True story was I went to Hitsville in Detroit, which was Motown Museum. And I was walking through that, and then at the end of the tour, they have a video about how Motown was created and stuff like that. And it just showed how, like, the record label had so many different pieces of people doing individual things to make it happen. And I was just like, we can do this in Denver. And so I recruited a bunch of dope people, Fael, Mike Coates, my boy, Greg Kimball, owned a studio out there in Centennial, KMG back in the day.
Shout out
KMG?
Greg,
Yeah,
man.
Greg.
Yeah.
And he really led to spearhead this. Who else was there? Jeremy Pape, Graffiti. Everybody did their own little pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was never about making money. It was just getting the city together. And, you know, that was another thing that just ruffled feathers because I wanted more people, but you couldn't really move with that many people. And it was just, I wanted artists to be artists. So we did all the videos, we did all the mixing, mastering, all that stuff and put it out. And, you know, I to this day, I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you saw the complaints, but it was a dope moment for Colorado because we kept it so secret for the longest time. And
Yeah.
he was doing #3, and it
Yep.
drove people fucking nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun fact, right? So I never expressed it, but I was salty I wasn't on it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be mad because I hadn't dropped no music in like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, even though I know you know what I mean, I can't be mad, you know what I mean, because I ain't dropped nothing. But that was one of my main motivators of coming back that time.
And that's
you know
what it
I
was
mean?
about. And that was what it was about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was just we could do this as a music community with all the right people if we just focus on the music. Because remember, we did the videos. We did the show at the Bluebird.
Fire.
And, you know, it was hopefully spark people to build their own teams and go forward.
Yeah.
And now I've taken it, if people don't know, the 3 Project Instagram page. What I've done is I try to make it more of like a BET. So if you're looking for the newest artist in Denver, anything hip hop, go to 3 Project on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'm just literally reposting people, tagging them in it.
Oh, that's dope.
So because what happened was, and true story was that there was a lot of people I knew from the industry that followed 3 Project I used to talk to. There's some heavy hitters in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It may not like be the most amount of people on the gram on that page. I think there's like 2,800 people. But there's pretty like people I know that can make shit happen.
Okay.
And they always hit me sometimes about who's this, who's that.
Yeah.
But it's more for people and artists. I ain't charging nobody, just to repost people's stuff in the story and repost it when I see it. And it's just so people can know that, learn about who's out there, who's doing it, and whatever. Because that's how I learn about other new artists in Denver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is through blog posts and, you know, me going that and seeing who's popping, who's doing something. And I just want to help them out. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if you get 2 more followers or 2 more people, be like, yo, I like this kid, you know.
Man, it's one blogger. Man, this dude, I don't know how he does it. He's always finding like the underground Denver artists, bro. It's Rawest and Rhino.
Ooh, I never heard of that.
Rawest and Rhino, like it's not like no, you know what I mean, no paid platform. Like this dude just really loves Denver hip hop, bro.
That's dope. Raw and Rhino?
Rawest and Rhino.
Okay, you got to give it to me after this.
Yeah.
I got to follow that.
Like he's the Rawest and Rhino.
Yeah.
Dope, bro. Shout out to Rawest and Rhino. We actually,
Yeah.
man, we gonna collab on some shit here soon.
word.
And we gonna start doing like some artist spotlights on the show.
Oh, good.
So he, you know, because he's already in tune with the newest, youngest artists. So, you know, we gonna tap that in, bro. Shout out Rawest and Rhino, man.
But I think that's what the scene needs now.
Yeah.
Is just exposure of like almost like what BET used to be, but through Instagram, of repetitiveness, like radio station. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to, you know, as soon as somebody drops something, every day I go in there, try to add 5 videos, repost them, put them in the story, tag them, know, hey, you know, whatever. But it also helps for concerts too, because I can go look at numbers on Instagram and see how they move and how their visuals are moving and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, you know, I can communicate with people I know about, hey, you know, so-and-so is, you know, dope artist. You know, we probably should add them to the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, like I said, people need to be seen, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, one of the things I think that's dope now is that a lot of artists are doing music reviews. I saw, what's his name, with Absol, was it Gabba Nova? Is that his name?
Oh, Gabbana, yeah.
Dope artist. Dope.
He making some noise in the city right now.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favorites. I think his name is Trey Funk.
Trey Funk. Yeah.
Love that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who else is out there? Mathis the Great.
Yeah, Matthias.
Spinks is out there.
Yeah. I keep hearing about Spinks. I ain't heard her
dope.
yet. Yeah.
She's dope because
Okay.
she's like a melodic rapper and she just has her own style. And I like that shit. Who else is out there? ATs, Keenan, you know, Trev, AP, Trace Chapman. Who else is out there? gazillion artists I've just learned about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Denver got to know, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that as a Denver artist, they got to start reaching out to you and being like, I got an album or a song coming out in a couple months. Can I get on your podcast? And, or maybe just show, like, you're going to do showcases. But that's how the music scene grows.
Yeah.
Is tapping in with everything in your own community and letting it grow. Because back in the day, we used to do that shit. We used to go to KGNU back in the day, do the radio up there, try to get on KS175, Westward.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when I used to do Rhythm Visions, get on Rhythm Visions. So all those things add up. And like I said, a lot of these artists now, their visuals are dope. You know, Kayla Ray, Big Bailey, all those people are doing dope visuals. Yeah. So,
man, Rachel Bailey, fire. Yeah. She got some heat over there.
Man, she doing her thing. I'm proud of all these people that keep going and evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like what they putting out in terms of AC Young is another one I like a lot. You know,
I ain't up on him.
Yeah,
AC
see, that's
Young.
what I'm saying. Like there's a lot
he
of
from Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope he is. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah.
AC Young.
Yeah.
Y'all know AC Young? Let us know.
Yeah. There's some new girl that's an R&B singer too.
Who?
Let me see.
Who's some young artists that been catching your eye?
There was this artist, Nina the Chris.
Okay, Nina the Chris.
Yeah,
he been around for a little second.
He was dope. I think I DM'd him once to add him to a show, but I said the wrong radio station, and he came back and he was like, "Bro, that's too old the demographic, so my bad." DNA Picasso. But let me find this one girl. O'Shea, Olympia KO. He's dope.
Okay.
He's dope.
AHRRNETWORK, is that?
Yeah, AHRRNETWORK.
I keep hearing her name.
She's dope.
Yeah. Man, shout out Andre for Brave, man. I see you in the comments, brother.
Flawless,
hey, hold on. Let me show you something real quick. My bad, Francois.
Oh, do your thing.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but I gotta show my guy for Brave this shit every time, man.
Yeah.
You know I keep it on me, gang. You feel me? Hey, this is my guy for Brave's backpack.
He been doing it forever.
Bro, when I tell you, this gotta be the most quality backpack.
Yeah.
He did not pay me for this commercial, y'all. He did not pay me for this commercial, y'all, but I'm talking about the most quality backpack. I do backpacks dirty. And this backpack.
You just drag them through the mud?
Bro, they be breaking and ripping. The straps are ripped. I've been having this backpack for years, bro. So shout out for Brave, man. Lunar Plus, man. Go get you one. You feel me?
Yeah, I just got to Oh, here we go. This is my new favorite, y'all. Devin the artist. Devon the artist.
Okay.
She's an R&B singer. Watch out for her.
Okay.
Watch out for her.
Hey, we got to look all of these artists up, man.
Yeah,
I ain't heard of a few of them.
Let's do this again, and let's just go through some artists.
Yeah. That'll be dope.
And give exposure to artists.
Do some reviews or some shit?
Not even reviews, but just put people on of like, what are some up and coming that you need to look at? You know what I'm saying? I think everybody be, excited to learn about.
That'll
do
dope.
their videos. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
They need
do that
the
for sure.
exposure. Like, I think artists are just pressing send.
Yeah.
Or share is not going to get you where you need to go. We need to have conversations about artists and what they doing.
Yeah, for sure that, and that's really like what I've been doing with the platform. Because I like we was talking earlier. I see the culture moving right now, so I want to play a part and I want to help the culture get to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like I said, when I saw that clip of you, I'm like, damn, I'm low key doing what he was doing back then. You feel me? Full circle moment. You feel me?
Doing it, man. I've been proud of you, man. You out here doing it, and Rhythm Visions was before its time. Like, it was literally one of when I said Denver's bigger. Like, there used to be, and I can't remember the booklet, but there was a booklet of all the local. There used to be a whole network, if you want to call it the Chitlin circuit, but small independent video shows across the country. So you had BET and you had MTV. and then you had the box, and then you had all these like localized video shows that played videos around the country. And it used to be a pamphlet you could see in Milwaukee and da 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 da. And that was the first. It was like a radio station, but they played videos and they had hosts and stuff like that. And if you could tap into that, you could have your videos playing all around the country without paying crazy money on BET and MTV.
Okay, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's what we need to bring back.
For sure that.
Yeah.
We got it, man. We right here, man. The Mackin
Right
show. You feel me?
No, I bet a lot of people right now are probably going to go and look at the artists we just talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look a few of them up after this.
Yeah.
You ended up getting into managing.
I did.
So you managed a group called Food Chain at a time.
I did.
Artists from the town. I love this group because it was a live band with rappers too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never seen nothing like this before.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into that, and how did those guys catch your eye?
It was co-managed actually by me and Johnny Denver. I don't know if you remember Johnny, but we all knew these guys, and it kind of fell in my lap again. Like my good friend Corey, at C1, he kept giving me this CD. It's just one of those funny things about kept giving me CDs, and they were all cool. And then he came back and was like, "Fran, I got the one. We got a band called Food Chain." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I went back and listened to it. I was like, "Ooh, this is dope." Prod and FL and Lou and Mike Coates and who was what's his name on the drums? I can't remember, but yeah, they
Rob Tees or something.
Nah, this was before. I know his last name was Armstrong, but I can't remember his first name. But yeah, they just had this band, and they'd go over to Lou's house and practice. And who else am I missing in that group?
Wasn't Mohit a part of?
Mohit, yeah. But there was 4 MCs, right? Oh, Oren. Sorry.
Okay.
Oren. Big part of it. So yeah, there was 4 MCs. They had a band, and they were killing it. You know what I'm saying? We got them on Snoop. They played their own shows and were selling it out. I think did they open for Lauryn Hill? They might have opened up for Lauryn Hill. We went and played at South by Southwest, and they opened up for Eminem on a big stage in South by Southwest. Oh yeah, it was dope. They got a record played on Shade 4-5 that did crazy numbers. Eminem's manager, Paul, loved the group. They were dope, man. I'm still proud of them today. Like, if you go back and listen to their music, they're dope.
Yeah, shout out Mike Coates, man. He in the comments too, man.
Big Mike. Now, I was going back and telling you, Mike has transitioned to a manager himself. He's
doing his thing
with Emmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, once you get this music bug, it doesn't
can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna stay with you in one way or the other for sure.
No, I'm still managing though.
Who you managing right now?
No, another weird scenario. I felt it during COVID. I bumped into these kids that are in the EDM spectrum, in the genre, and so
local.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're DJs and producers. They're all self-contained, and that's what drew me into them. But they started in 2021, and the genre of EDM is dubstep, and they have blown up. I mean, they've played every state, sold out multiple dates, played Canada, and it's fun, man. They've just been moving and shaking, and I love what I do with them. Me and my partner Jonas co-manage them, and they're finally about to headline their own show May 9th at the Ogden Theater. So this is the big
first headline.
Oh no, they've sold out. They sold out the Gothic. They sold out the Church nightclub.
Okay.
But this is the one that for the next step. So we're really trying to sell out the Ogden, which I think they're going to do.
When is this?
May 9th.
That's starving, right?
Ogden.
You said you've gone to Global. You threw me off of that. You got to have to come to the show and relive old memories there.
Yeah, I will. Man, rest in peace to my guy D. Levy, man, Derek Levy, bro.
Oh yeah.
He just passed away not too long ago, but he was the guy that took me to Global. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's so funny. Like when you told me that, I had to look at you like, you went to Global?
Yeah, I went to
And
Global a few times. Yeah, I had a good old time.
Hilarious.
Yep. Because I mean, they still play hip hop music, but they're switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's familiar songs that you're gonna hear, but it's just doom, doom, doom. So you gotta change your dances up a little bit, but you gotta speed them up. You feel me? But it's still a good time.
It's a great fucking time, man. If you love music, they can put you anywhere and you'll have a ball.
You're gonna have a good time.
You'll have a good time.
Yeah, I want to check them out, man.
Come on, man.
I want to check them out. I like the name. What's the name about Hostage Situation?
It's really about getting. Oh, Johnny Schumann. Sorry, some things just come back, but it's about getting taken hostage by music. It's not a violent thing or anything. I mean, they do wear ski masks and stuff like that, but it's really about being taken over by the energy and the music and something that they really, really gravitated to and really believe in is that sometimes you just gotta put down your phone and put on your headphones and just be submersed in good music,
For real,
and so it's really become its own thing, selling masks as merch.
Okay.
Insane.
They running through them?
What? like that's one thing about artists these days, whether it's hip hop or anything, is that you got to find other ways to make money besides Spotify because Spotify is trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you can't really sit there and wait on your brand. Like you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you never put out another record, you still making money off of your clothing brand.
Shout out Paperboy, man. Shout out Paperboy.
I was waiting for you to do it too, by the way. I was waiting for you to do it.
Yeah.
But no, I think as an artist now that you got to think outside the box and just saying, I'm gonna, live, pay my bills, basic shit like pay my bills on Spotify.
Yeah.
You got to think of other ways to do it, or like I said, until it hits where you need to get it, just keep a job.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So do you think like show money is very important if you're gonna be an artist? Like,
but you got to get out there and get it though.
So there's no money in streaming.
I mean, I think what I saw was the other day, it was like you needed 1.5 million streams to make $2,500 or $5,000.
God.
So, like I said, like there's no artist in this day and age that is. I mean, let me take that back. But right now, the way I look at music is that you have the top 1%, Drake, Weeknd, Taylor Swift, all that stuff, and it keeps going down and going down and going down. And yes, you can make a good living off of doing shows. But if you want to make great money, you got to find other ways to make money, brand deals, all that stuff. But as a beginning artist, you just got to figure out what your customer likes. And if you can have a dope brand like you and you can make great music, it'll keep you moving to where you can do it full time. But until you get there, don't drown. And I tell my guys all this time, don't drown because what you see on the fucking Instagram is not real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep a job until you're getting guarantees where they need to be and you can pay your rent, mortgage, and live a comfy life. And then you start building on that stuff.
Yeah.
Start doing, brand deals. And that's one thing that we're big now is like, sync licensing and brand deals and their merches. Insane. Thank you, Alibaba. China, thank you.
Yeah, man. I love Alibaba.
Look, man.
If
you're an artist and you ain't, I know, yes, go American, I get it. But profit margins coming out of Alibaba will make or break you, and yeah. That's the difference there of being,
It's funny though, because a lot, like, no matter how much you tell them about Alibaba, like, some people, they just so scared to order from China that they'll never even do it. But I stand behind it, bro. I've been buying shit off Alibaba for like 10 plus years. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love them.
I ain't gonna lie, I was afraid also, because you got to pay before they send it to you.
Yeah.
But the way I interpret Alibaba is that they have a pretty solid system. Like if your supplier fucks up, they'll refund your money or they'll get on them. Like, and you don't want to do that because, again, do you know how many times I've ordered masks from Alibaba? I mean, the amount from the beginning to now, the money is crazy. I'm sending it over there. But the quality is great and the profit margins are insane. So, don't hustle. Hustle smart.
Man, that's why I forget who the guest was, but we were talking about Pooh Shiesty
Yeah.
and about the situation with him and Gucci, and I'm like, he tripping over this 25 million. Like, if he had the right people in his corner, he he should have came out with his own Pooh Shiesties, bro. If he would have, he's the reason why all these kids is running around with
Bro,
Shiesties on.
I was just thinking about that. Like that. Why didn't he do like a branded one? Maybe he did. I don't know.
He
But
didn't.
but yeah, like you gotta find what people want, go small, and that's one thing. Also, Alibaba, you don't have to order a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Try different things, but that's just another revenue stream for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can do it as an artist, because like I said, man, Spotify, bro.
Let me ask you this, because I travel a lot and I run into artists in other cities, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, other artists in other cities, they're like behind Denver as far as quality of videos. A lot of us got merch already. A lot of Denver artists got merch and just things like that. Like, you know, we're ahead of a lot of those guys. Do you notice that? Do you see that at all?
I think Denver's always been a lot further than they think they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's just it's a bigger conversation of how to go about and network and what have you. But yeah, no, Denver's on track. We just need, and I hate saying this, we need hit records or records that move outside of Denver. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
Because I
yeah.
don't think hit records is the right terminology, because it's just that I think that Denver for the longest time, we've at some point, and don't get me wrong, nobody kill me, but we've tried to out hustle, out trap, out gangbang everybody else around the country versus do talk about things that apply to Denver. I mean, you can't. How many songs have we done about the Denver Nuggets and Broncos?
Yeah.
But there's other things that we can talk about that people wanted to know about Denver. They still think of Denver as weed and stuff like that. But no, going back to what you're saying, yes, Denver, I think we've always been pushing it a lot
Yeah.
more than we think. It's just getting the music outside of Denver, you know what I'm saying, and moving around. And it's starting to, I see, like I said, when I said the Renaissance, I see it happening now. Keenan
Yeah.
Trayvon, he's doing what, 30 city tour, and he's taking other Denver artists with him.
Big.
Yeah, and you got to start somewhere. So I don't care if he goes and he's playing in front of 2 people. It's going to grow. And that's how it works. Emmy's on that tour. I think AC Young's on that tour. And that's just it grows, you know what I'm saying? Other artists in other cities that talk about stuff. Like Doobie Newton. You know Doobie?
Man, Doobie's my guy.
Yeah, man, like nobody has this conversation about the level he's writing for other major artists, and he's always talking about Denver.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Doobie is a genius, bro. And that when it come to writing,
yeah.
he's a genius, bro.
But I think also that one thing that local artists need to do is reach out to these people and talk to them and ask them, not ask for them to do it for you or can you, but like, what do you think? And I think like a lot of these artists will tell you how to make things better. Like Trev, you can ask Trev anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he'll give you an honest answer. You may not like it, but he'll tell you about it. But Trev's writing at a crazy level for artists. He's been in rooms with people you can only dream of,
Yeah.
But if you ask him and you're just like, hey, I want your opinion on this, or, help me write a song. I mean, I don't know if that, but there's a lot of people out there that we as Denver folks can ask advice to. And, you give or take, you take what you want out of the conversation.
Yeah.
And apply it to yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You said that you wanted to touch on like Denver nightlife and just the way the scene is moving. What did you want to touch on in reference to that?
I mean, I'm just gonna keep honest. Y'all fucking up your nightlife.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can say dress code. Y'all can say police, security. No, it's you.
Yeah.
You. And I'm just being serious. I don't think anybody's had that conversation.
Yeah.
There's never been a promoter that wakes up in the morning and be like, hey, I'm going to get people injured at night. people just got to learn that going to the club, if you don't get along with people, don't go. If you have somebody in the streets that you don't like, keep it in the streets. But we're running out of spots. Like for the
Yeah.
first time in a long time, I can honestly say, like, we're running, and the city is on our ass. The city is on our ass.
Damn.
So I know everybody think, oh, well, we can go to the next spot, to the next spot, to the next spot. But at some point, you know, and nobody's immune. At some point, we, the people that attend clubs, got to take responsibility.
Yeah.
If you are a light drinker and drink tequila and you're good, and that night you want to, hey, I think I'm going to drink Hennessy, bro, why? And,
Right.
and you know it turns you into a monster.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it comes down to personal responsibility, but I just think that, and it was alarming looking at it last year because I've been in those situations to where you want people to come and have a good time, and then one person, two people. It's not 80 people. It's two people fuck it up for everybody.
Yep.
And then I see people that don't even go out in the comments, oh, it's the music. Oh, it's the dress. Do it 30 and up. It don't make a difference. Y'all fuck up everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest because it weighs on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of friends still doing stuff. Good people trying to do stuff for the city, and it just gets fucked up because people can't control their liquor or whatever you bring into the club. Stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck home. And, you know, one thing I just wanted to touch on was I wanted to give props to LeJean Vivens. He goes by Boog.
Okay.
Old school promoter. He used to be Boog and Steve back in the day. Instrumental in bringing some of the craziest artists from Def Jam back in the day, like Foxy Brown and Case and Jay-Z at one point. You know,
Shit.
you guys know that Jay-Z came to Sloan's Lake Event Center?
Nah.
That was Boog and Steve, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. When was this?
When Dead Presidents came out.
Okay. Okay.
You know, Foxy Brown at the Tivoli back in the day, Chocolate City Club called Chocolate City.
Man, I remember Chocolate
Yeah.
City.
But we're working on some things on the political side with all the promoters in Denver to see where we can do things better because the city's on our ass. So whatever you guys think sitting at home right now, the city is on our ass.
So it's like y'all got to kind of come together and.
I mean, it's just time. I mean, I'm kind of mad at myself and because there's probably something done 20 years ago, but it's now the time to where it don't make, you know, some people, oh, you own your own business and all this stuff. No, it's still you. It don't make a difference if we own our own business. Y'all still fucking shit up. And I'm just being honest because it's frustrating, you know, to see your friends, you know, owning their own business and stuff. And, you know, and again, it's like stuff that doesn't necessarily happen in the club, but it's down the street, but it gets associated with us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's deep and there's a lot of layers to it, but I'm just saying anybody that can hear this, tell your people, like, if you love nightlife, it's a little shaky ground right now. That's the first time I've ever said that in probably the 30 years I've been doing nightlife.
Damn. That says a lot.
Yeah. So
And
y'all can believe what you want.
No, I believe you because I hear this from multiple promoters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even there was a guy, he was doing like a car show, and it was pretty big last year.
I saw it today. He had to cancel it.
Yeah, he canceled it because I guess the APD was on his hat about it.
And I don't think there was any problems last year.
No problems. Yeah,
there's nothing. It was just.
But it's just so I don't know what it is, but
Well, I mean, I think the city is just in a weird spot right now with everything that's going on behind the scenes. But
it's like you stuck between a rock and a hard place because it's like, you know, it is a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of killings going on right now, which we need to get a hold of, right? Yeah. But then at the same time, it's like, damn, you know, we still want to go out and have a good time. Like if someone want to throw a car show, they should be able to do that. But so it's like, damn, I see both sides, you know?
And that's one thing that we're trying to communicate with various people at the top is just that we want to be more helpful than a thorn in your side, you know. And, you know, there's a lot of arguments you could say, oh, it's the music, oh, it's the culture, whatever. But as you know, the world's fucked up right now. Like it happen to anybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
But it's not always pointed at other people. You know what I'm saying? As much as people of color, as well as hip hop clubs, whatever. And so we're trying to work on it, and hopefully something will come out of it, a bigger conversation. But I will say that anybody that enjoys day parties, nightclubs, whatever, you got to do better. I don't know how much more security we can bring in there.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys want? A security per person that walks in the door, like a chaperone, like, hey, John, this is Brian. He's going to be your chaperone tonight. Hey, you know, so and so. Here's your. It can't work like that. And if you know anything about nightlife, too, is that urban hip hop promoters pay probably more per security head than any other company. We pay.
Damn.
If you guys knew how much the cops cost, it'd make you throw up.
So I wanted to ask you that. So because I wanted to ask you this. So what if you are trying to book officers to be your security at? Will they let you go ahead and throw the event then, or how does that work?
I mean, it depends on what it is. It depends, like, you know, is it a public spot? Then you probably need a permit.
Yeah.
If it's a nightclub, yeah, you can book the officers, but they're taxing.
Like, I guess what I'm asking is, are they like shutting venues down because they're not doing business with the police officers? They're not booking them to be security guards, or
Nah, it's just complicated. I mean,
Okay.
it's a complicated situation, but I mean, like Denver proper, you have neighborhood associations. You definitely have violation. I mean, it's complicated.
yeah,
At some point, we can talk about it, but as much as yes, you can blame it on, or you want to blame it on the police, or it's us. You can't defend a shooting.
yeah,
Like how do
Yeah.
you how do you do that?
yeah, you can't.
You can't. And whether it's a block or not, whatever, can't do
Yeah.
it. If you're fighting, how do you defend it? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And that's the issue that we have right now is that, and there's not a lot of spaces to go to right now.
It's two left.
Yeah.
It's two nightclubs left right now, I believe. Maybe three.
I mean, you know, we got great promoters out there, and there's other people doing other events, but you know, I just think in the grand scheme of things that at some point Denver has to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know if the mentality is, all right, if this club goes away, we'll just go to the next one.
I don't even think they're thinking that deep. I think it's just young cats that, you know, they're not like the older generation. Well, they'll fight. You know, they're just shooting.
Yeah.
They're not fighting.
I mean, I just think that I think people got to remember what going to a club was. I mean, there's always been issues, but
yeah.
go have a drink. Like, leave your worries behind. Like, I don't know. I've never been that person to go to the club in a bad attitude.
Angry,
It was always
yeah.
like, I want to get a drink. I want to hear the music. Where the girls at?
If you angry, just stay home.
Stay home.
That's just what it boiled down
But I
to.
mean, you know, like I said, like, I don't know. Just don't take things so. I think the word disrespect is so overblown now in terms of how people move around. Oh, I got disrespected. What was it? A real disrespect, or did somebody bump into you on accident because they was
right.
drunk?
Yeah.
I know you got your clean Air Force Ones, but do you think that was, you know? And I think it's a thing, you know, if you step on spill somebody's drink, I have no problem with being like, and I've done it a million times. My bad, bro. Let me go get you a new drink. It wasn't like, oh, fuck you, you know, fuck you and your drink.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and I've met some crazy people in the club, and I've always been like, how do we solve the issue?
Yeah.
And it's not being a passive person. It's just I'm not there. I want to have a good time.
Right.
I want everybody
yeah.
that I promoted to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I get
Yeah.
it. Sometimes you just, hey, you know what? It's just gonna go down like it is. Fuck it. But I think again with the conversation of nightclubs and nightlife, like, yeah, I don't know if y'all know,
It's getting shaky.
you know,
All
people
right.
are putting a lot of money into this, and so
Y'all better get it together,
Get
man.
it
We ain't gonna
together.
have nowhere to party at soon, man.
y'all be going into the basements again.
Y'all get your kids, man.
Yeah, man.
We need to have a meeting with the YNs, man, and they need to get it together, bruh.
Spread the word, man.
Man, one thing I noticed, man, you real big into cycling, bro.
Yeah,
What made you get into cycling?
I think everybody need an outlet,
Yeah.
and so a friend of mine named Angie Smith, man, years ago, man, she got me into cycling. So it's just my time, me against me, to let out stress and challenge myself. And I be having business meetings in my head, conversations in my head, decompress. But cycling's great. I mean, it's great exercise, and then plus you get to see all. I can literally ride, which I have, but you can literally ride from Centennial, even farther than Centennial, all the way to Boulder, and not touch a street.
What?
Yeah,
Centennial to Boulder?
yeah.
Damn,
There's
that's
a path
a
that
route.
goes all the way there, so you get to see beautiful stuff in Colorado, get fresh air,
Yeah.
meet cool people.
How long did it take you to ride that route?
Shit, it probably took me about 6 hours, 6, 7 hours.
Damn. That's crazy.
And you know what? The crazy thing too, there's a huge black cycling community out here.
No cap.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And you don't have to get on the road bike with me. Yes, I wear spandex. I'll admit it. It's just part of cycling. But there's mountain bikers and all kinds of stuff. So
Oh,
man.
Damn.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Y'all might catch Francois out here in his spandex, man. Get on them trails.
I be riding though. I be moving though, man.
That's funny.
Tour de France. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I always wanted to get into cycling, bro, but I'm like, I be looking at the seats, and I'm like, damn, bro, that seat is little. That shit'll hurt my ass, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt.
Pause.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah. No, it hurt. It hurts, but you know what I'm saying. After you do it a couple times, and
Yeah.
you just kick in there, and it's just like it's expensive sport. Though.
Okay.
It's expensive,
What's it spent? What, the tires or what?
man. The bikes and the
Okay.
gear, depending on what you want to do, like they got Louis Vuitton type of gear.
Okay.
Not Louis Vuitton gear, but they got different cycling shit. You know, shoes, helmet, glasses. I mean, that shit is expensive.
They got like the designer gear.
I mean,
type
but it's
shit.
effective, but yeah, it's like
Yeah,
designer. I mean, if
okay.
you look at like Tour de France, like Lance Armstrong and them,
Yeah.
those bikes that they're riding is 15 to 20 grand.
Damn.
Yeah, man. And
For
some
a
of them
bike?
dudes got 50 bikes like that. 15, 20 grand.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, you try to get out there and you get hooked.
I'm more of like a hiker. I like to do hikes.
Yeah, get out there,
Yeah.
get some fresh air, get some sun.
Yeah, I like to do the
I
hikes.
think our people need to get out more. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like I don't understand how people say like they live in Denver, never been in the mountains or ever gone skiing.
Yeah.
Like you need to drop everything you can do and go do it once.
I think it's a culture thing. I think it's a culture thing because I got people in LA where they're in Los Angeles. They ain't never been to the beach. I'm
Man,
like, how the fuck y'all never been to the
They
beach?
should go to jail for that.
Yeah.
You go to jail for that. Like never been to the beach.
They never leave their hood, bro. Like they just stay in their hood.
You going to jail for
Go
that.
to their corner store. They go to this little rallies over here. They don't leave the hood.
Yeah, man. I think people definitely in Denver should get out. I mean, there's a lot of people that travel, but there's so much to do in Colorado other than
For sure.
Denver proper. You know, what's his name? Quincy Shannon. Like he be taking black folks all the time up to ski up in the slopes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has a whole program.
It's
Okay.
like a tour or
I mean, he takes people of color and go skiing that never been skiing.
okay.
Kids, and I think he has a whole nonprofit organization that pays for that stuff.
Oh, that's
But
dope.
yeah, man, reach out to him if you guys want to get out
Hell
there.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you one quick thing I did dope though. I went to 4 Mile Lake in Colorado Springs. You ever heard of that lake?
Yeah.
You ever been fishing on a boat for trout on a pontoon boat? Man, I did that last year, man.
Fire.
Oh, bro.
You catch a lot of fish?
What?
Yeah.
Big old trout, rainbow and brown.
That big?
I mean,
Damn.
all right, let me tell you, like now, fish start. No, it was good, but it was a time to get out. The lake is in the mountains, and
Okay.
you hire a fishing person, and you get down there. You can get 3 or 4. You can bring I think 10 people on this pontoon. They play whatever you want to hear. You can bring liquor, and you just fish all day.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah, man.
Get out of Denver for a minute.
Said we doing an AHRRR Network field trip or what?
Hey man, I'm trying to tell y'all, you love it.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, come
going.
on,
I'm
man. We
going.
gonna ride
I'm
out.
going.
So one thing I see you do all the time, man. And I go check in every Monday. I'm like, Francois got his Monday motivation
Yeah,
post.
man.
Yeah, tell us why you started doing that. Is that for other people? Is that more for you or what?
Yeah, it was. I'm glad you said that. It was for me,
Okay.
and it was just like, how do you start the day with some kind of inspiration? And then I was just like, I'm gonna just post them, and some of them go crazy, and I get DMs or people be like, I needed that today, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just be things on my mind to start the week of, affirmations of like, keep going, or don't let the little things worry you and stuff like that. And I hope people enjoy them and stuff. But I've been consistent for like probably like 5-6 years
Yeah.
of doing it. That's funny you said that. Like I didn't. I mean, I know people notice, but I didn't know people notice. Like,
Yeah, hell
I was like,
yeah.
okay, I'll keep doing it then.
Yeah,
man.
hell
I'll keep doing
yeah,
it.
man.
I
I'll
didn't know
go
where you were
check.
going with that question. I was like, okay, but no, I'm glad that it might inspire you or just start your day, or if you're having a bad week or something like that, just a little statement can change your mood or your perception of how to move forward.
Yeah, it's funny because like most of the times when I'm posting some motivational shit, I'm really like coaching myself up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why it was funny your reaction when I said that, because
Yeah.
now I know I'm not the only person that does that.
Nah,
You
man.
know what I'm
I
saying?
think just the world sometimes. I'm a very spiritual, universal kind of guy, and so it's like sometimes things hit you in the right way at the right time. And I think, especially being in the music business, sometimes you need some guidance, because not everything you do goes your way. So when you're hitting that speed bump, you might just need a little bit of look on Facebook and be like, okay, it could be worse.
Yeah.
But you know what? This little phrase right here, this little statement, gonna get me through this week.
Straight up, yo. Or even through the day. Shit, that's
Yeah.
enough.
Hey man, through the day.
Who influenced you business wise and music wise?
That's a great question. I think there's a lot of people. I think people I've met along the way. Big John Platt. Whether he knows it or not, he was is a great mentor, and he embraced me with open arms very early in his career and my career, and we just bonded. But like when I see him, I absorb a lot of things from people, especially with people I'm just a sponge, and I'll recite some of the one-liners that he had told me that, and he's like, "Bro, how do you remember that stuff?" But I looked at the greats, man, inspired me, like Russell Simmons and Master P, Baby from Cash Money, Puff, Jay-Z, and it's not so much just who they were, but I deep dive into how they moved and communicated, and just not on the surface, but especially with the internet now, you can really get interviews with people that they worked with, whatever.
Yeah.
And then just people I've met over the years. I absorb all that stuff. Like, I don't know if they know that stuff, but if you put me in a room, I'm going to take it all in.
Yeah.
All of it. Good, bad, ugly. And I'm like, okay, that's how they maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I'm saying? Or this is how they view stuff. Like I really try to listen. Not speak, but listen and absorb that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a fly on the wall. I'm that.
Just soak it all up.
Soak it all in.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
I like to ask people that I look up to this. What are 3 books that you would recommend to someone?
Ooh. Definitely 50 Laws of Power?
50th Law or 48 Laws?
48 Laws. Sorry,
Okay.
I haven't read it in a long time. 48 Laws of Power. There was a book Russell Simmons wrote, and it talked about all the brands, how they began, and how they made it through whatever they were going through. And I can't remember the book's name, but I think it was a book by Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons, okay.
And then there's a new book out by David Grutman, who owns Live, and Fountain Blue, and he has a book that just talks about his experience of becoming a billionaire through the nightclub business.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a new book that I got. It's dope. It's
Okay.
dope. Yeah.
That's some good reads right there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to check them out. I'm really interested in the brand book, Russell Simmons.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what that book is called. I want to say it's by Russell Simmons. Let's see, Russell Simmons. We'll figure it out.
You probably gonna catch a lot of slack from this next question.
Oh shit. Nah, I'm ready.
So we gonna do. I ask every guest this. We gonna do your current top 5 Colorado rappers, and then your all-time top 5.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go with. Can I just say 5, not top 5? Like, just it's. I don't have to rank them, right? I can just say 5.
Yeah.
I definitely go with Food Chain.
Okay.
That's my favorite. I'm gonna go with Trev, and I'm gonna go with AP. So that's 3. Who else is out there? Kingdom.
So is this all-time or right now?
Oh, you want right now?
So we gonna do all-time, and then we do current artists.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like you doing the all-time right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kingdom. Reminders.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit of everything. So many, man, all time.
Who are the reminders for people that don't know them?
Samir and Asia Black out of Colorado Springs.
Okay.
And they just a breath of fresh air, man. Like
R&B or
rap.
Oh, rap.
Yeah,
okay.
Rap, and they just different.
Okay.
You know, they different. Asia sings, Samir raps. Asia can sing. It's a little bit like the Fugees.
Okay.
Best way to do it. I mean, they're their own people, but Fugees, yeah. So
that's like the closest thing.
Yeah. If you want a comparison, yeah.
Dope. All right, now your current top 5.
Cabana Nova.
Okay.
Like that.
Cabana, hey man.
Cabana Nova, yeah.
You making noise, bruh.
Yeah, man. Like he's dope. Trev AP definitely. I'm trying to think who else is out there. You see him? I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. No, I mean, Emmy is another one, but he's not so much rap. It's like singing song rap, but yeah.
I mean, we Emmy count. Emmy
okay.
count. I mean, just artists in general, not just rappers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good top, man. I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
No Ike in there though.
I mean, yes. I mean, there's Young Doe, there's Ike.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like the era I grew up in. Like those are my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I seen a lot of Colorado hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got people, you know, like the Homeboys. Like
I hear a lot of. I never heard their music, but I always hear their name.
One of the biggest groups in the early '90s that was gonna go. I think it was a song called 40 Ounce. Give me a little bit of 40 ounce. That was everywhere.
Okay.
That was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I remember being Boulder. I was like, who the hell are these guys? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I could sit here for days and talk about Colorado hip hop, and I've forgotten some stuff, but I like everything. There's one record from everybody that was influential in doing stuff.
Hell yeah. That's it. Them some good lists, man. You know, we like to ask everybody, man. So you know, we had to run it by you real quick.
They need to do a documentary or something.
Yeah. With just all the artists in the town.
Yeah, because like it even goes farther. Like Brother Jeff can take it back even farther than what I can.
What you mean?
Like
he did music?
Yeah.
Brother Jeff did?
Yeah.
What?
He's a rapper.
Cut it out.
Yeah. And he knows.
Wow.
He knows artists before I knew him, and he can go deep dive. Like
damn. Okay.
Man. There's a big history of artists. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And people who made it, like Tony Dixon and all those guys that had an R&B group back days. Like, and that's what I'm saying. If people sat back and did their research on how Denver moved musically, there's a lot of monsters, like big dogs,
that
are still in the industry that making moves. You know.
from the town.
From the town.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah, man. We got some history, man. There's some
Yeah.
dope artists
Yeah.
that then came and it's still in the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What are some other, and we're gonna get out of here in a second, man. But what are some other business moves that you in? You got your hands in any other pots?
I mean, I said all that nightclub stuff because I'm working on some things for nightclubs.
Okay, okay.
Potential ownership and just getting back and
Word.
doing some nights. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm looking bigger things. I'm gonna get into real estate and definitely with my guys' hostage situation. There's a whole publishing, sync licensing, and video games that we're looking at. So all those are businesses within a business. So I gotta know and learn all that stuff. So, but they're starting to move to where I'm doing all that stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
What's some for some aspiring entrepreneurs, promoters? What's some advice that you can give some young cats that's new in the game and trying to come up and get where you at one day?
Don't believe anything you see on Instagram. Serious, it's bullshit.
All right.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not that it won't help, but take bits and pieces of it and apply it to yourself. But what you're seeing on Instagram is smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Reach out to people that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing about it is I'll give anybody advice. I just can't do it for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be a person of your word. You know what I mean? Like, if you get an opportunity, don't go shit to bed and fuck it up the if I introduce you to somebody or somebody like that, don't fuck it up. But I think overall is with the internet being it is, search for info.
Yeah.
Search for info. Not just one person, but multiple people. Like, there's a gang of powerful people on Instagram that I follow, that managers wise, because I wanted to be the best manager I can be. And so I watch their pages and how they interview other artists and other managers and how they speak, like the conversations that they have. And it's just so much information, and they may not get a lot of views and stuff, but it's such big information that I take bits and pieces of and apply it to what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, get to know your community. Figure out who's doing what.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody's heard of you, I mean, like, everybody should be banging on your door. You have a huge platform. You know what I'm saying? Mile High Minute. Was it Ross and Rhino?
Ross and Rhino.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know?
You gonna love him.
I'm excited
he
about
got
that.
some heat. Yeah,
I'm
he be
excited.
having some heat.
Reach out to these people, introduce yourselves. Who in the concert community is moving and shaking? Who's making the decisions?
Yeah.
Who are the big dogs? Figure it out. Go introduce yourself. Mm-hmm. Don't just send an email. Go try to find out how you can shake their hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be personable.
Yeah.
Have somebody build your own team and, have somebody. If you can't do it, find somebody that can communicate with the powers that be to make sure that it's articulate and that it's communicated properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think a lot of artists need management?
No.
Nah.
You will at some point, but now you don't. You just need somebody maybe you need a team, somebody in your corner that believes in you and goes as hard as you do. Mm-hmm. Because it's a daily job. It's not like, I might do this today, whatever. You just got to find out who believes in you and rock with that person. But management is a different animal. What are they managing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you will at some point, but you don't need a person right away.
You got to get there.
Yeah. I mean, again,
you got to have something to manage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, man, before we get up out of here, man, is there anything that you want the people to know that they don't know about Francois?
No, not really. I'm really thankful to be this far in the game this many years and that many people to support us over the years, whether buy a concert ticket, came to a club, still talks about 3D my guys. I'm thankful for my guys, and we're not done yet. We just evolving, and I hope everybody out there can listen to this can go and contribute something to the local music scene or the nightclub, or stay ass at home.
Yeah, straight up.
Don't fuck it up.
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. On behalf of the culture, man, I
Come
want
on,
to
man.
thank you, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
You know
It's
what
a
I
good
mean?
one, man.
We appreciate everything
Nah,
you
it's
done
all
done for
good.
the culture, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to sit down with us
Appreciate it.
today.
Appreciate
Man, it's 100 Rack 6, man, the Mackin show, man. Francois, this was a dope show, man. I appreciate it, man.
No
We
problem.
gonna be back next week. I got a dope artist from Colorado Springs, Lil Mac Diddy, next week, man. Let's get it, the Mackin show.